Welcome back to Dash Explore. I'm Sarah and I am so excited because today I'm going to begin sharing our Swiss adventures by re-dashing through our itinerary from Lucerne, Switzerland. We went on this trip back in September a couple of weeks ago with our two girls aged 2 and 5, and we had the most incredible time checking out so many different locations around Switzerland, and I cannot wait to share it all with you. So like I said, today I'm going to be going back through our itinerary from our time in Lucerne. We were only there for 2 days, and I know that a lot of you are busy parents and caregivers, so I want to show you as quickly as I can everything that we did so that you can begin to imagine the adventures you and your family can have. So grab a pen and paper if you need it, and let's jump into our 2-day Lucerne itinerary in just 2 minutes. Our trip began with us flying direct from Dulles to Zurich on an overnight flight. We landed around 10:45 a.m. in Zurich, and after getting through customs, we booked a train from the airport train station to Lucerne. This was fairly easy to find and was a little more than an hour journey that involved 2 different trains and some incredible views. Once we arrived in Lucerne, we then navigated the bus system in the city to get to our hotel. After a little bit of confusion on whether or not our room was ready, we were able to check into our beautiful hotel room. We had a family room, or 2 adjoining rooms, and a balcony with an awesome view of the mountains and Lake Lucerne. Although we were exhausted, we knew our time here was limited, so we freshened up and headed back out to explore the city. We used the buses again and walked all over the main city, checking out views of Lake Lucerne, the Kapellbrücke, which we also walked across, and a trip to the grocery store for supplies for a picnic dinner. We walked back towards our hotel and found the sweetest little park for our picnic and enjoyed the fresh air and sunshine. And there was even a park for the girls to play at. At this point, it was almost 5 p.m. and we were so exhausted, so we went back to our hotel, took our showers, and tucked in early for a long night of sleep. We woke up around 9:30 the next morning to another beautiful day in Lucerne. We got ourselves ready and then took the buses back into the main city to get some coffee and pastries for breakfast. We found a cafe right on the water and took our food to go so we could enjoy breakfast with a view. As we were finishing up breakfast, we saw that there were a lot of different boat ride options on Lake Lucerne, and after doing some research into our half-fare card discounts, we found a company and booked a 1-hour boat cruise around the lake. We had a little bit of time to kill before our cruise, so we walked a little bit more around town before boarding our cruise at 11:45 a.m. The weather was gorgeous, the water was so clear, and the views were stunning as we got to see all around Lucerne. We also got to enjoy some refreshments as we rode around as well. This was definitely a trip highlight for me, and I'm so glad that this worked out. Next, we were starting to get hungry and wanted to find somewhere where we could eat that had a view of the town and where we could try some Swiss dishes. We found a spot with a view of the Kapellbrücke and ordered a cheese pretzel, sausage with potato salad, and the Lucerne cheese pie for us all to share. Everything was delicious and it was hard to beat the view. After lunch, we finished our walk through the town and then returned to our hotel for a very spur-of-the-moment adventure, swimming in Lake Lucerne. We had seen people doing it the night before and it felt like a once-in-a-lifetime adventure. We all changed into some dirty clothes since we didn't bring bathing suits, and then we walked around our hotel to a beach access of the lake. The water was very cold and we didn't stay long, but the girls thought this was so much fun and we are all so glad we did it. After our swim, we rinsed off and changed back into our regular clothes, and then we went out one last time for a picnic dinner in the park. We all had so much fun trying Swiss cheese and chocolate and reminiscing on our time in Lucerne before heading over to play in the park one more time. We then headed back to our apartment to get ready for bed before we headed out on our next Swiss adventure in the morning, the Jungfrau region. We were in Lucerne for such a short amount of time, and I feel like we got to see and explore so many different things around the town, but I also know that we only scratched the surface of all there is to do in Lucerne. It was so beautiful there, and we had so many fun adventures as a family, and it was just the perfect way to kick off our amazing Swiss adventures. I hope that this helped you see some of the adventures that you could have while you were in Lucerne, and if you have any questions at all about Lucerne or Switzerland or anything involving travel around Switzerland, please make sure you drop us a comment down below. We have learned so much during this trip, and we are happy to share any of our experiences that might help you as well. And like I mentioned, we continued this trip onto the Jungfrau region in Switzerland, and we stayed there for 5 days, and we did so many crazy adventures on that leg of our trip. So if you want to be able to check out those adventures, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can get notified when we post new videos. I will be doing another itinerary recap video on that next week, so make sure that you check that out. And you can also like us on Instagram or Facebook to follow along with all of our fun behind the scenes adventures. And if you know anyone else that is interested in traveling to Switzerland, please make sure you share this video so that we can help anybody who is feeling overwhelmed by the Swiss planning process. Thank you so much for watching today, and we will catch you in the next one.